Can you count how many times a day you push or pull something? Think about it. Luggage, grocery carts, boxes, heavy doors. We are constantly pushing and pulling. Stay tuned for a workout to increase your push and pull ability. Much like our ancestors, we spend much of our day pushing and pulling. They pushed plows and pulled heavy bales of hay. We push grocery carts and we pull luggage, golf carts, heavy doors open and closed. When you really get down to it, most of the movements that we do with our upper body can be divided into pulling movements, pushing movements, or a combination of that working in tandem. Today our workout is going to be focused on the upper body, and we're going to work our pushing muscles and our pulling muscles. We're going to spend some time isolating them and some time working them together. What you'll need for this workout is an exercise tube or a band and some handheld weights, or if you don't have handheld weights, soup cans make great weights. First, let's go to the muscle chart and let's talk about the muscles involved in pushing and pulling. Starting over here, let's talk about the pushing muscles. The pectoralis major and minor, and also the anterior deltoid in the front of the body, are the very large primary pushing muscles. And you can see them here, they're quite large. They encompass the whole top of the chest. Along with those, the triceps, which is actually the back of the arm, another muscle colored here in blue. You can see it from the side here and from the back here, are also pushing muscles, the triceps. Now, staying right here on the muscle chart, we're going to talk about the pulling. And from the very top of the spine and all the way down into the base of the spine, most of the muscles of the back and the rear deltoids, as well as the middle deltoids and the biceps, are involved in pulling. And here you can see the biceps in the front of the arm, and those are also pulling muscles. Now, of course, we have other muscles. We use the muscles of our forearms, and we also use our abdominals for all of these exercises. But today we're going to spend our primary focus on the muscles of the upper body. Okay, now before we get started, every good exercise session requires a little warm-up. So we're going to stand hip distance apart, feet facing front, shoulders down, abdominals lifted up. We're going to turn some music up just a little bit. Stand up with me. Let's get started. Think about taking a deep breath in, and we're just going to open up our chest, and we're going to exhale. Inhale, open, and exhale. Again, open and exhale. Okay, what we're doing is we're just warming up all those muscles, stretching them open and stretching them closed. Two more, open. And one more. Good. Good. Let's march. Now, the reason we're marching is we just want to spend about a minute getting our heart rate to go up just a little bit. When you march, you want to make sure you're using the whole foot. Add some arms. Let's swing it. Good. Let's do this again. we're gonna step right and left in 4, 3, 2. Here we go. Step right, left. Swing those arms. Good, 4 more. March it out. That's right. 4 more. All right, now just stand and sway. You're gonna take your right arm, bring it up and over. Left arm up and over. Good, and down, fingers together, rounding the back, drop the head and stretch. You want to feel this all the way across the back. Good, now we're going to reverse the pattern. You bring your hands low behind you and you press down and pull. This is great to open up your chest, great for your posture. You can see the work there, just a big stretch. Good. All right, roll those shoulders. 2 more, and 1. Go the other way, roll forward. Keep the chest open, 2 more, 1 more. All right, a little bit warmer now, and we're going to start with your exercise tubing. And we've got 2 kinds of tubing. Got one with soft handles, one with hard. You can grab whichever ones you want. We're going to start by putting the tubing behind you, underneath your arms. You want to hold the handles or just pinch off any excess tubing. Now, we're going to begin by working the pushing muscles, okay? And from here on out through the workout, we're going to either alternate push, pull, or we're going to do an exercise that uses both of them in tandem. Are you ready? Don't sit there, get up and do it with me. Now, start by good posture. By the way, if your knees bother you or something bothers you standing, then use a chair and sit down. I'm gonna start standing though. All right, abdominals lifted, and you're just going to bring the arms slightly above the chest, showing you from the side, almost just about a little tiny bit above the shoulders. Exhale, push, and let's do a set of 12. So that's 5, 6. You want to think about keeping your shoulders down as you do this and really contract the muscles, the pushing muscles. So here are those big pectoralis, major and minor working. And also, what other muscles? Here's a quiz. The back of the arm, it's called the triceps. Also working those. You want to also use your abdominals just to support you. Good. 2 more. And 1. All right. So the first exercise was push. Let's move on to pull. Take the exercise tube, pinch off about 1 foot. You're going to hold it right about level with your nose. You want to have a nice taut tube. No relaxing. Pull it tight, nice and strong, and you're going to pull your elbows back along your body line and pull this right into your chest. I think this is a good one to show you from the side and also from the back. You want to really feel this. Feel the back working. Squeeze down on the back as you do this. Think about your posture. You want to keep your abdominals tight and lifted up. Good. And let's do 6 more. And 5. And 4. And 3. And still pulling. 2. And 1 more. Good. All right, now, just going over that one more time. The pushing exercise, the tube behind the back, incline chest press, push and back, and 2, and 3, Shoulders stay down. You want to make sure that the shoulders do not come up around those ears. You want to make sure that you're lifting through the center. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. 1, and one more time for the pulling exercise. Bring the tube in front of you. Just about a foot. You want to have it nice and taut, and you're pulling down. And again, from the back, you want to feel the back muscles working. Pull and back up. Pull and back up. Pull and pull. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. All right, that was excellent. How are you feeling? Really good, huh? Okay, now let's combine those exercises. But first, let's get some soup cans or some handheld weights. You know, soup cans are a great tool, especially if you're a beginner and you're just starting out. You don't need a lot of weight to be effective. We're going to use the stability ball and make this even a little more challenging. We're going to start with a pushing exercise. Sit down on the ball. If you don't have a ball, don't worry about it. You can do this down on the floor. You're going to roll down on your ball if you have it. The arms coming out to the side, and exhale up and inhale down. Exhale up and down. And these are called pectoralis flies, and they are again a pushing exercise. You want to keep the rest of your body supported as you do this. Let's do 5 more. And 4. And 3. 2 more. 1. Bring the weights or soup cans down. Roll up. Or if you didn't have a ball, don't worry about it. Now, to create even more resistance and still use the pulling muscles, we're going to lay on the ball. And we're going to tuck our abdominals in. You want to get your position. You want to think about staying nice and strong in the glutes and the abdomen. And you're going to work the back, the biceps, and the pulling muscles. Exhale as you lift. And 4. You want to really think of what that would feel like to pull those weights up and down. And let's do 4 more. Nice and tight with the abdominals. And 3, and 2, and 1, and come on back. Okay, good job. Great. Now, let's take the pushing and the pulling and let's put them together in an exercise that anybody can do regardless of your fitness level. It's one of my personal favorites, and that's push-ups. You can start by having, if you have a sturdy chair, or using your own wall. You want to make sure your chair is not going to roll away, okay? So don't use a chair on a linoleum floor. On a strong carpet or something that has a lot of nap or grip, or against a wall, stand with your feet about hip distance apart, abdominals tight, hands up a little farther apart than the shoulders, and you're simply lowering and pushing away. So what are we doing here? We're pulling and we're pushing. We're pulling and we're pushing. Yeah, pulling and pushing. Lowering ourselves is just like pulling. That's it. Do it again. That's great. Keep going. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, now let's take the same push-ups and make them harder. Are you ready for a real challenge? You can do these on your knees, but let's try a couple on our toes. What do you say? Abdominals are going to work for you, and here we go. Let's do the pushing and the pulling motion together. Push, pull, how you doing? Good. Do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! That's really a workout, isn't it? Now let's come back up. I'm gonna grab the ball. You can take the ball and make anything more challenging. So let's show you the push and pull with the ball now. Still the same pushing and pulling motion. You know, push-ups are probably one of the best exercises you can do because they force most of your muscles in your upper body to help. 2 more. 1 more. Good. All right. That was fun, wasn't it? Now we've got some more things to do. Are you ready for some other stuff? Good. Using your exercise tube, we're going to start exercises that are going to continue to work your push and pull muscles. But before we do, let's see what else you can do around the house. What kind of diet is best for you? Let's see, you could have a high protein diet and a low carb, or is it a high carb diet and low protein, or should you avoid no fats? Oh, the whole thing is so confusing. Well, let me talk to you about each one of those nutrients. Carbohydrates are our main source of energy. You can get carbohydrates from grains, veggies, or fruits. If you want to stay lean and lose a little bit of body fat, go heavy on the veggies and light on the grains. Proteins are cell-building and repair kit enzymes that strengthen us, that rebuild our cells. We've got to have proteins to survive. Fat is also another source of energy, and fat is a transporter for essential vitamins that are only transported in a fat-soluble environment. So when it gets down to it, we can't do without any of those. So why not try this? Why not try a modest amount of carbohydrates, a modest amount of protein, and a little bit of fat, avoiding processed foods and fast food eating? That sounds to be the best diet for all of us. Hi, I'm exercising, and you don't even know it. I want to teach you a great exercise you can do if you have to sit at a desk all day, if you're on a long bus ride, or you drive your car a lot. And it's great for some of the most important muscles in your body. It's called glute squeezes or glute contractions. What you're going to do is find those muscles that you sit on and squeeze them together and then release them slowly. Squeeze together and release. Squeeze together and release. You might notice a slight lifting of the body. The stronger those muscles get, the harder they get, the easier this exercise will be. I suggest starting out with a set of 12 and working up to a few sets of 20. And you know what else you'll notice? Not only will you have stronger glutes, enabling you to sit for long periods of time without tiring, but you'll have better posture and more toned body. Welcome back. Well, we've worked the larger muscle groups doing pushing and pulling. Now let's concentrate on some of the smaller muscle groups. So now we're going to start pushing exercises that are going to focus more on the pushing muscles and the pulling muscles of the arms and a little bit into the shoulders. For the first one, you need your tube, and you want to take your tube, hold it in one hand, drop it behind your back, okay? So it should look something like this. Good. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to push to straight and then drop back. Push to straight, and this is what it looks like from behind. Push to straight and back. Push to straight and back. Push and back. Push and back. And you can feel those muscles in the back of the arm working. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Same thing. Put that behind your back. Reach back, grab on, and push to straighten and down. Push to straighten and down. Push to straighten and down. Push it to the ceiling. Try to make the elbow as straight as it can get. Reaching and down. Push and down. 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1 more. Very good. Okay, now alternating with a pulling exercise. Friends, remember, if it bothers you to stand, feel free to sit. Okay, what we'll do now is we're just going to put the tube under one foot. We're going to think about your abdominals here, elbows into the side, and you're just going to pull the weights or pull the band all the way up and down. Up and 2. Up and 3. Think about standing up nice and tall or sitting nice and tall, whichever you choose to do. You want to observe good posture as you do these exercises. 7 and 8. Make sure you're breathing. 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. Okay, very good. Now, I suggest you repeat both of those again, the one over the head and under. Let's go to another pushing and pulling series, and this time we're going to use your soup cans or your dumbbells. You'll need a chair or a little bench. You're going to sit, put your knee on the chair. You're going to lean into the chair. As you do this, your abdominals are lifted up. You're going to bring your elbow up and extend the can or the weight through until the arm is straight. Again, what are we doing? We're pushing again. And we're going to push to straighten and push to straighten and push and back and push and back and 7 and back and 8 and back and 9 and back and 10 and back and 11 and back, and 12, and let's switch sides. Great, okay. Switching sides, again, your abdominals are lifted up, elbow is back, and press to straighten. So we are again pushing, using the opposite arm. You want to think about how tall and strong the middle of your body is. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 11, and 12, and one more exercise, bicep curls, just pulling again with your soup cans or your dumbbells. Exhale as you lift. Very simple exercise, not very complicated, but it certainly will help you pull those grocery bags up, won't it? Keep it going. 4 more, and 3, and 2 more, and 1. Very good. Okay, now let's take those 2 exercises. We're going to put them together in an awesome push and pull exercise, one of my other personal favorites, called dips. You can do these on a sturdy chair. Abdominals are going to work. Your shoulders stay down. Hands with the fingers down on the chair. You're going to slide yourself off the chair, dropping down, and push yourself back up. So here we are. We're going to allow the pulling muscles to lower and push to straighten. Down and up, and all we're really still doing, friends, is pushing and pulling. Pushing and pulling. Very good. Keep it up. Push and pull. Keep going. Let's do 4 more. And 3, all the way to straight. And 2. And the last one coming up. Go ahead and sit up. Let's take a minute to stretch that out. Fingers front. Drop the eyes down. Feel the stretch all in the pulling muscles. Good. Bring one arm across the chest. And I have to say, thank you so much for joining me today on Fit, Fabulous, and Over 50. Now let's see what's going on at Montgomery College with Jacqueline Pressey.
Joining me today is Deborah Gunther from the Wellness Program. She is going to give us some tips on flexibility.
Flexibility, Jackie, something that works to make everything you do in your life a little bit easier, hurt a little bit less, and you can do more. You can move your body. So I'm going to show you a very easy flexibility exercise that you can do for your upper body, especially for your shoulder joints, but the muscles around your shoulder joints, your biceps, your triceps, the upper part of your back. You're going to lift your right hand. You can do this exercise with anything you have around the house, like a shirt or a towel, or if you have a yoga strap, you can use a yoga strap like that. And you're just going to grab it so you're stretching this joint right here as well as the shoulder joint on this side, and you're going to slowly work your hands closer together. So see if you can work your hands up, Jackie, a little bit. If you're very flexible, you can do it and actually put your fingers together and be able to do it without a strap, but that takes a little bit of practice. You have to work hard. Flexibility exercise can be done anywhere. You can do them with things you have around your house. Don't shortchange flexibility, and if you want to learn more stretches, you can take a class at Montgomery College.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.